Hello Mario, this is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. So Lucy gave me the go ahead to send this over. I hope this helps with anything, but let's go dive into your website, see what's going on, see if there's anything we can help. So right off the bat, Overtop painting interior, exterior, like the logo, it's top left corner, financing available, excellent. Letting people know right away that hey, don't worry about it, we can take care of you. Numbers on the top right, that's excellent. You definitely want that. You got your social media stuff here as well with click buttons. And then we get to this line over here. So you have home, about us. See, this is the only drop down menu, but painting and other services aren't, which means I already know because I looked, but there's no back pages to these guys. So all of your services for painting are in one, and then all your other services are there. But you want to make it where it's a drop down menu. So people come here, they see it, they scroll over and they see a drop down menu. They pick the one they want, read, and then they call you. Nice picture, by the way. About our company, great. You've been in business for 21 years. That's good. If you're local, even better. What we do, exterior. So this is great. But here's where let's find out something. So if I click on that, where does it bring me? It brings me to the gallery. Okay, so it doesn't bring you to the more about us. So is this a gallery specifically for that one? Pretty sure. Oh, whoops. Let's just hit the back button. Okay, so the idea of this is that you want to have an additional page just for exterior painting, interior painting, stuff like that, right? You got your testimonials, free quote. This is good. Nothing wrong with that. And then our code of values, which is perfect. But you can also have that in the About Us section. So my biggest complaint I'm having, or that I see, is that there's no drop-down menus for the painting and other services to clearly tell people what it is you're offering, and there's very little content on the page overall. Now, Google is very specific about content. They want roughly about 2,000 words of content on your homepage, so that as they go through, they can see that it makes sense to be there, and you have the proper keywords, which I will get into a minute about what keywords are. But let me take a look at the back end of your website. Let me show you what's going on over here. So a UR rating, by the way, is how strong your website is, and a DR rating is how much Google trusts you. Now, you want these in a ratio of 1 to 1 in your 30s and 40s. Now, the way you get these numbers up is with your backlinks. Now, a backlink is where you have your website link somewhere else where somebody can click on it, and then a referring domain is when they click on that link and it returns to your actual website. So not all backlinks are the same. Some are spammier than others, like BuzzFeed, Wikipedia you don't want, versus something that's a true painter's website and blog and stuff like that. Those are going to really help lend credibility. Think of backlinks as your circle of influence, right? Your network, right? So you got your friend that's been with you forever. They're a great referring domain. And then you got, your high school buddies who you haven't talked to in 6 years, right? You know them and you can call them and get a beer, but they're not exactly like lending credibility to who you are in a way. And then you have 11 organic keywords. Now, a keyword is what somebody might put into Google to find you, right? So it's going to be a specific thing that they're looking for, like this: Orlando painting and carpentry. That's an excellent keyword. 80 people a month search for that specific thing. Zero traffic because, unfortunately, you're actually, never mind, you remove this from your website. Over the top painting is your actual name. Nothing wrong with going for that. This is what I would look at: Orlando residential painting. 50 people a month search for it. You're on page number 5, which is why you're not going to get any traffic for that. But the unique thing about Orlando residential painting is it's two things. It's location specific and service specific, and that's what you want. You want things that are in that category. Exterior painters Orlando, 150 a month. Zero because you're on page number 6, roughly. So again, we're looking for stuff like this. So you got the right idea here. A lot of exterior painting and interior painting. Overall, unfortunately, you're not anywhere near, page 1, which is where you need to be. So you're never going to see any traffic unless you start getting into the low, single-digit numbers here. But let's take a look. Let me show you exactly what's going on with the competition, right? So I'm going to take Painters Orlando, Florida, and this is location and service specific, so I know they're local when they search for that. So let's take a look and see what happens. Wow, One Day Painting, they're everywhere. Paisley Painting and Orlando Painting Company. So these are, this is your GMB, Google My Business Profile. Very important to be in here because about 30 to 40% of all people will click on one of these 3 dots. So after that, you have your organic search. Now, anyone who knows what they're doing can rank their website here. Now, it is very different than your GMB, so 2 separate things, just be aware. So a Painter's Touch LLC, always a touch above the rest. So they have their number here, which is a click to call. Get my quote. Very photogenic, I guess. Our services. See how it's the drop down menu with a secondary drop down menu if necessary. Um, Testimonials, painting tips. They probably even like the painting tips part. Like also lends a little bit of credibility. Um, and it looks like they have a blog on their website. So you see how these guys are all links to new pages. So they're not all just on one single page. So as you scroll through, you can see that they talk a lot about what it is they're offering. I can see a ton of not only links to other pages, but these are great keywords that they have on their website. So they're doing a great job of talking about. Somebody really put a lot of work into this. So as far as content goes, they're killing it. As far as keywords, just from a quick look, they have an excellent amount of keywords. Now let's take a look at the back end. So yeah, UR rating is 23. That's pretty good. DR rating is 1.6, so they're not doing great on that end. They do need to boost it up. What that tells me, though, is that a lot of these backlinks are simply directories, right? They're not actually good referring domains. They could be more spammy. So they have 1,000 backlinks, 363 referring domains. Now they do have 844 different organic keywords. So that is something that's going to be what I want to look at, right? So the first one they have over here is Painters, Orlando, Florida. 250 people a month search for that. They're pulling in over 25% simply because they're in position 2. And the same thing for this guy. When you're in number 1, 2, or 3, you will get anywhere from 10 to 20% of all the search volume coming to your website. He's getting 300 for this guy, 44 are coming to his website because he's in position 3. All of these keywords are location and service specific. So yes, you have 11, and some of them are better than others. Some of them are actually, looking at the service you're offering with the location, but there's so much more diversity involved in it that you can get a lot more. So he's on the front page for a lot of different keywords here, and they're all, like I said, location and service specific. So how does this really help you out, Mario? Honestly, all you got to do is we got to build out your website pages. So you got to add a lot more pages based on exactly what it is you're offering. So almost like a separate page for each service. Second is you got to get content that actually makes sense in there. So like for the homepage alone, you got to get at least 1,500 to 2,000 words of content through that. Second is we got to get those organic keywords in, right? So I know there's closer to 70 to 80 different keywords, probably a lot more than that you can rank for on your website alone. So we got to find what those are, and we got to add them in. Third thing after the content and the keywords is we got to find you a lot more backlinks and referring domains. Now the good news is we can simply go over to these guys. They already have 338 that are good, and that is why they're ranking for the top. Anyway, that's really all I got. Those are the 4 steps you should take in order to start ranking for the top. Bring your organic traffic at least. Let's say within a couple months, you're bringing in 100 people through your website that are actually seriously searching for you. What would that do for you? Well, that's all I really got. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Other than that, you have an amazing day.